Hello, this is Simply Adventuring coming to you from East Earl, Pennsylvania, and we are here at Brubaker Park for Pathways Heritage Days. So, for those of you not familiar, Pathways is a hybrid school of homeschoolers, so they do homeschooling and here on location at the Brubaker house here for those who are homeschooling, so they get the experience from both worlds. So I attended this 2 years ago, the last time, but apparently has grown a little bit more since. So I was invited back to come and check it out. Got an email to check it out and see what it's like this year. So they added a few more things going on this year than they were 2 years ago when I first came here. So without further ado, let's check out what Heritage Days has to offer. So they got two versions here of Shut the Box. So you gotta just...
Hotel, maybe? It's not the hotel.
Oh, you take turns. So you gotta get combinations.
Oh, it's a maze.
So right now I got a 3 and a 2. I can do that. Now you go. Roll the dice. And you got what?
4 and 2.
I already got 2, so you can't do. Well, you can do 6. So you can
do 6.
You can do 6.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I got 4 and 1.
Oh, no. Wait.
Oh no, 4 and 2. Sorry. Nope.
The hotel.
So that would be 6.
One turn. So now you get to go twice.
So you already got 6. I can't go. You go.
Yes, you may take it coloring.
Because I don't have a combination either.
16.
But you're welcome to take it along. Yeah.
You got 10.
No. But
I already got 6.
you get to go again because
And you can do a 5.
Yeah, but you can do 4.
there's still a chance you could win. 10.
Oh, it says the lowest score wins.
Yeah.
But he can also get it. 7.
So we got 5. You go.
5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you're so close. I need 3.
Oh, you get to, I didn't realize you get to roll again if you're able to lay down any number. Oops. Sorry about that.
Catching up.
Ooh, so you got 9. Okay.
5.
6. You go. So I'm here with my young adult.
You should know your name.
7.
6 and 1.
Oh,
1,
need
2,
the
3,
8.
4, 5, 6, 7.
See if I can roll an 8.
I can see how it takes forever. Well, my friends
8.
are here, so I'm going to leave you. But that was fun. I think that
You win.
I
Oh.
win because I'm the farthest.
So who won?
When you can't lay down your number, the remaining tiles equal your score. I didn't realize that. So that's it's until you can't lay down any money. So I screwed up earlier.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I actually lost this a long time ago. But anyway, let's play again. See how it's done. We'll go with 8.
Oh, wait, what?
Roll. Oh, I roll again because I was able to
Any combination.
or any single one. So I got 11. So there's no 11. Oh, actually, I can do 9 and 2. Sorry. 9 and 2. I go again. 6. No, 7. Well, I already got 2, so 7. Still go again. 2 I can't. 6. 6. Now I can't go. So that's my score now. So I got 9, 10, 13. Now you go until
What did I get?
you can lay. You got 11, so nothing. Keep going. Well, actually, you couldn't lay anything either. So when you lowest score, you can be the first to lay down all your tiles and shut the box. Okay. When you can't lay down, the remaining tiles equals your score. So we both have 11. 13, sorry. Okay.
It's hay.
Neither off one.
I didn't think hay was so good.
That's cool. Tic-tac-toe with pumpkins. See, I forget to get pictures. I'm debating if I'm going to do the woods walk
Yeah.
because it's like 45 minutes long. Yeah, because you do challenges along the way and stuff like that. Then the person with the fastest group with the fastest time, they get prizes. So right here. Oh, cool. Ah. History lessons.
As of last week, we now have shutters again. About a month before we moved to school, somebody helped themselves to the original shutters. So we have brand new shutters. All the windows are working again, and we're open for visits every Saturday and Sunday from April through the end of October. I'm also plugging the Christian Education Resource Library. We're in existence over 30 years in Shenandoahville. We have clients as far away as Alaska that we mail and ship books to them, and when they pick up their script, we'll watch out and they come home every 2 years. We are a totally free lending library for a Christian library. If anybody ever finds anything objectionable in it, we pull it immediately. We have over 23,000 books in this time, so I cannot use them all before it comes out. Besides, we also have 1,200 DVDs. We have everything from pictures, charts, photographs, and curriculum. And we lend curriculum for free for the whole school. Everything else we suggest they come up with. So we've been there for 30 years so far. And we're technically a toxic-waste company. Because it had the first gas pump in town and hand-cranked gas pumps dripped. It's not toxic waste. God provides. If you'd like to keep your slate, you may.
So we went to school for a little bit there. Friends of Eplers. I visited that up in Berks County.
And they just repainted the distal sink out front for next year. Beautiful. Yeah.
And it's a one room. They moved it from its old location. Yeah. That they would have used over there at the Epler. I've been to the actual one. Over there at the Berks County Historical Society.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they moved it like a mile and a half from its old location to its current, where it's at now.
Interesting. That's interesting. But you know what's interesting?
Hey, the horseshoeing. So they're doing a demonstration at 2:30. We'll come back. We can see. See, the kid would have been his apprentice for 7 years to learn the trade. So they would indenture, basically like a slave in a way, not quite, but once their 7 years was up, and the child now will be older, will be what they call a journeyman, and then he can start his own business. Oh shoot! Please, I hit the pot. Oops. Right now he's actually making something. Looks like a hook. So as I was explaining to my daughter about the young man there, he would have been working for the blacksmith like many other tradesmen for at least 7 years as an indentured servant till he became a journeyman and started his own business.
Thank you for coming to Pathways, Homeschool Hybrid Heritage Days, our 6th annual Heritage Day.
Yep, I was here for the 4th annual.
Fantastic, beautiful, blessed day that we have. Some of our events are about to get started here. Down off to my left, your right, we have a music.
Oh, it's Cincinnati.
We'll start singing here in a second. You'll start getting ahead of hopefully here soon. Listen up for that. They're down off to my right, down over the grove.
Keeps on coming out.
Down to the bottom there. That's where they're at.
He's like, I am into this.
Down there, the same place, we have the pastor about to give a presentation on the last road of Richmond, the Revolutionary War. Very important time period, so we're going to go down there and listen to that historical speech. Watching Game Roberts last time, exciting. Helping us out, demonstrators. Go out and support them and let them teach us stuff about this. It's just a fantastic event. In about a half an hour to give you a heads up, we will be lighting off the cannon. So at 11 o'clock, feel free to gather down there. You might want to get there a little bit before 11 because we're going to shoot that off at 11. So I'll give you a heads up before that happens. We got tractor rides, we got homemade ice cream, we got food and dining, we have all kinds of stuff. Go down and see the wigwam. Fur Trappers Camp is pretty awesome. You want to go check that out?
Oh, they're going right now on one of the walk in the woods right now as a group. We're giving them information as they're walking in the woods and stuff like that.
Just enjoy
Then
yourself
there's
today. We
questions they ask you on the paper, and you got to put the answer. And I think it's the quickest.
Our school is right here behind me.
Yep.
Where our students come to high school.
Yep.
So,
Right there.
We are out here every single day. They help set all of this up. This is,
So the students go up into that building. That's their high school.
So feel free to help support us in any way.
So they do some stuff homeschooling, and then some stuff they have to come over here and do, because they got to teach them real world, real world things. So.
Wagon ride. Enjoy
Oh wow!
today. Thank you so much for coming out. If you have questions, come find me. I'll help you.
This is new.
Find somebody for you.
This
Thank
is
you
new.
so much for coming.
Oh, cool! Rope making is here again. They had this up there up at Harvest Days last week, so kids can actually make their own. Oh, cool. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Alrighty. You're making a leather pouch.
Yes, I am.
I did. I took it as a compliment. Yeah, in the right context, I got it.
Would that have been for a horse?
This.
Yeah.
This is a fire bucket.
Oh.
So, if you lived in a community, you didn't, at that time, there were no fire departments. When each person had his own fire bucket, when the call came that there was a fire, everyone came out of their house, grabbed their fire bucket, and then they started what we call as a bucket brigade.
Bucket brigade, yeah.
And then they filled with water and they
Pass it along.
And then when the fire was out, then all the buckets were set to the side, and normally they were identified. Well, this particular bucket would have been on a ship, okay? It does not have any identification. You would have had like a name, or I shouldn't say name, they had initials or some type of marking that you knew that that was your bucket, because there might have been 10, 15, 25 buckets. So that's a part of it.
There is a tug of war at 10:30 over here, over amongst the demonstrators here as well. So make sure
That's
you
one
check
of the many
that
things
out.
that you would have had.
Again, we have the tug
made
of
with
war,
leather,
cannon shoot,
the
three-legged
18th
race at
century.
11:30. We have an egg race at 12. There is so much going on. Please get yourself involved and ask lots of questions and learn lots.
I only asked because it kind of reminded me of like they would put feed in for the horses and something
You're
similar.
right. Yes, you're correct on that. Yes. Yep. But that particular one is a fire bucket.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Almost in the same pattern as a feed bucket.
Okay. I was curious.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for coming today.
Yes. Hello. Making picture frames.
Attempting to.
It's attempting to. Sharon Schnittner. And that means what in German?
German is for scissor cutting.
Scissor cutting, okay.
I sketch out my design on the paper, and then I cut all the lines out with my little scissors.
That looks time consuming.
It is.
But it's pretty.
Pretty, yeah.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
B one is pretty. Wow. So what kind of pattern are you doing now?
So this one is going to be a bird
Oh yeah.
sitting in a tree.
Ooh. They're very pretty though.
Would like to come back and see the finished product at some point.
I
Okay.
hope I can get it all done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 hours is not a lot of time to try to get that done. Oh, there's a tinsmith over here.
So what it you just put the coffee ground to the bottom and then just let it boil and then it's oil.
Oh, cool. Icicles, yeah. So they're all $15 for a set of 4. Yeah, he has a tool to turn that into, twist it into I don't know if he has it, but I've seen it done. I met this guy last week at Harvest Days.
Over that way is where the military stuff is.
Yeah, I know. You can get in there slowly but surely. I want to see some of the demonstrations.
Thank you.
Sure.
What are you currently making?
I'm making tubes for candle molds.
I thought so. I'm about to say candle mold?
So there's a large candle mold in the back there, but these are only 6 inches.
Okay.
So now I'll tack it. I have a line, a 1/4 inch overlap. I'll tack it at 3 places, and once I have it tacked, I'll bring it back on the stake and get it as round as possible.
Yeah, back there, Ash. See it? That's behind them. Backyard timber shop. Yeah, remember that was the only lighting source back then.
Yeah, I know. Candles. Before lights were invented, candles were the only way they had lighting.
Oh, the cannon is over there.
Yeah, the candles are over there.
He said at 11 o'clock. Oh, yes, it came up. It's the only thing I hate about this, doing it this way. Sorry about. $12-pounder. Oh.
There we go, better.
He's doing a drill.
Shoulder, arm. Right again. Guard against him.
They're going to be firing this 12-pound howitzer.
Shoulder, arm.
Now it was artillery, so hoo-ah.
The enemy's on horseback. He's got a sword in his hand. He's going to cut your head right off. Uh-oh. Since you're a little bit taller than she is, you're in trouble. We're going to nail you right about here. So, the same command, the same setup, except now your musket points a little higher, so it's right at the horse's face. You got it? You got it? It's yes, Sergeant. Okay. Guard against cavalry, guard! Ha! I didn't hear anything out of you two. Shoulder, arms. Try it again. Guard against cavalry. Guard. Better. Shoulder, arms. Prison, arms. Shoulder, arms. Order, arms. Put them on the rack, guys.
That old, actually even older than that. It's a Revolutionary War. When Baron von Steuben taught the Continental Army how to drill, march, and everything. That's why I want to go to Articles of Confederation Day. Because there's going to be a reenactor reenacting Baron von Steuben this year. So this is Civil War. Can't wait till a little bit. They'll be doing. So this is actually a reproduction, not an actual Civil War one. It's a reproduction of the original, so it's not the real deal. You go to Gettysburg, you'll find, and even then, some of them at Gettysburg are reproductions like this too, but most of them are real. But I learned. Oh, cool. Guy's still walking. Oh, cool. See how good of a balance you have. That doesn't look as easy as it. So this is the implements of a soldier, field soldier, Civil War soldier to be exact.
You know what? This came up for $600 for like a friend of mine. It's there's no rifling down here. I think there's rifling like right in here. When I clean it, I can feel it go down. Then it's like then it goes.
Yeah, that's how they would have done their fires too and everything.
Oh yeah, I would have liked it
right in the ground.
Sleep out overnight, but nobody was here last. One of our members, one of the long-time members, his wife passed away. Her funeral was today. So a lot of
Learn more about the weapon.
The idea was get up and grab your gear as fast as you could.
the name,
So you got a pin over top of the rope tied to your musket.
The men that
makes
were
it a
2
little
units
difficult
were
to get to your muskets real quick.
developed during the Civil War by Colonel
So that's why they didn't.
Berdan.
That was the plan.
Outfitted then with the Sharps rifle. Sharpshooters. That's where the terminology came from. Each one of them guys had to go through rigorous testing to be in that unit. Okay, they were the elite. Also, they were the first to have a camouflage uniform. Now, when we think camouflage, okay, we think of the multicolored. Their uniform was green. Their buttons were dipped in tar to make them black. They had green pants,
Yeah, they're
green
doing
jacket,
reenactments out in the woods too. With person is playing the
nicknamed them the
reenactment and stuff like
leprechauns.
that too.
They're green. They were the first camouflage uniform.
But we're gonna go down later.
And as the war went on, of course, the uniforms wore out. They never got replaced. So they ended up wearing regular uniforms. Okay. Number two,
I'm just
you
taking
see them
back.
walking around with an eye patch. Okay? Not because they're blind. But when you fire one of these off, they're not 100% gas. You can see it. That stuff comes back to your face, your eye. They took an eye patch and drilled a small hole in it that they could look through the sight, and when it fired off, you get that stuff in their eyeball. Little trick they used to do. See, there's little known things about everyday life in the military that you don't hear about. They actually had the Spencer repeater was a rimfire cartridge, 2-barrel magazine fed weapon. There was one version that actually had a coffee mill built into the back to grind the coffee, because the Army issued you the bean, raw bean. You had to roast it, grind it. Well, the guys used to stand there, take the rifle butt, smash it, and grind it. Well, this is the 2-piece stock. You start doing with that, you break the side. So what they did, they issued a non-com, the coffee grinder model, so they could literally grind the coffee.
Oh, I never knew that.
Plus the rifle stock.
Virginia military Institute.
That was interesting. I never knew that they had grinders in the gun stocks.
That's because of the being the PTC stock on it. They had a tendency of breaking the stock. The old musket wouldn't. So they ended up, they come up with the coffee mill version. If you find one of them, you got about a $250,000 weapon, because they're so rare. They are so rare, it's not even funny. Like 1 in 100 might have been manufactured from.
So you were saying that this is a Berdan? Is this a Berdan?
This is the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooters.
Okay, this is actual sharps, which actually predates the war. It's 1859 version. It's actually a hunting rifle that was adopted by the military. Colonel Hiram Berdan, with his unit, developed 2 units. They became the 1st and 2nd U.S. sharpshooters, and they were outfitted with the Sharps rifles. You had to go through extensive testing before you even joined the unit. And their first unit, they issued a camouflage uniform. They were green.
Green, yeah.
Yep. They nicknamed them the Leprechauns. Later in the war, as their uniform wore out, the green wasn't replaced. They ended up with regular blue uniform. Some of them you'll find around. A lot of them retained the green hat. You might find them with the blue pants and green jacket, but as the war wore on, yeah, the uniform never got replaced.
Cool.
These were breech loaders. That was a muzzle loader. The Smith carbine was a very favorite with the cavalry because this has a unique system. Pull the hammer back, press that little lever, okay, it breaks down. I could hold my horse's reins and break the weapon down, unload it, put the cartridge in, snap it shut, pull it back, and put the cap on. And the real thing about the cartridge was actually rubber. It was made of gutta percha.
Oh, wow.
The problem is after the weapon got so hot, it would have a tendency to stick. But it's rubber bullet. In reality, it had a 50 caliber lead slug in it, but the outer casing was rubber, and it would help seal it up when you closed it up. But it would stick with time. That was the only downfall. The Sharps, at least when you open it up, you could look down the bore. If there was anything in it, you could blow it out. It's a little more to handle it on the horseback than the Smith was. The best one, of course, was the Spencer, which became a tubular magazine, lever action. When you worked the lever, then you put the cartridge up, you still had to cock the hammer back. Carry the rounds back in the butt. It was they call the Blakesley box. Hung on the side, it was an octagon box and it had tubes, brass tubes, already filled with a cork in it. And what you did was upend it, pull the tube out, upend it into the buttstock, and then put the follower back into the buttstock.
Is your sidearm a Colt?
Nope. No, I prefer a Remington.
Remington.
Reason why? A Colt, when you took it apart, you got 3 pieces. A Remington, pull it back, drop the lever, pull it out.
And there were estimate numbers keep going up. At last count,
okay. I used to carry three cylinder, one in the weapon, 2 in the pouch in the back. I could rapid reload on horseback.
The Civil War was the bloodiest war. Gettysburg itself was the bloodiest battle. One out of every
Colt, you had 3 pieces. Kind of hard to handle the horse and everything else. The other thing is, you ever notice when you cock or fire these, when you cock these weapons, you put it up in the air? There's a reason to that. The percussion cap.
Chance of survival, but
if you did it down this way, most of the times it would jam the mechanism. Put it up in the air, it would fall out. That's the whole idea. Not only does it access to it, but also lets it fall free. Otherwise, if you kept it down this way and kept on it, you'll jam it up. You always went the fire went up and then down.
Interesting.
The Remington was a better piece. Colt manufactured a lot more than Remington did, but in the cavalry, there was more Remingtons than there were Colts. The Colts were the officers' weapon. Infantrymen did not carry sidearms. Cavalry carried sidearms, officers carried sidearms. Officers had to buy everything of theirs. Uniform, saber, everything they had to buy. Weapons, so they had whatever they wanted. Whatever they could.
That's why the uniforms also look so different from officer to officer.
Oh yeah, you get some guys in that really went and embellished the uniform with gold and threading and everything else. You know, the infantryman. Half the time you're lucky if the uniform stayed on his back. During the Civil War, the term shoddy came out. Shoddy shoes, shoddy uniforms. they had some real junk palmed off from the military. They actually took the lint off the floors of the mills, mixed it with sugar water, compressed it, made material of it, cut it and sewed it, and sold it to the Army. Well, you guess what happened the first time it got wet? Disintegrated. Yeah, there was a lot of that. A lot of corruption went on with them. Shoes that would fall apart, because the shoes were pegged. They're not sewn, they're pegged, they're wooden pegged. They're very crude shoes. They're called brogans, and they're hard on the feet. Yes, and everybody says you can't tell. There is a left and a right to them.
Coming to Heritage Day, our sixth annual
We got brogans on.
my name is Dan, and I am
That was just standing here, and it's a smooth shoe, so you slip very easy. They would put what they call hobnails, nails on the bottom, and literally little horseshoes on the bottom to keep the shoes from wearing out too fast.
5 minutes.
Wow.
We're going to be shooting off the cannon down here. It's going to be really loud, so
Yeah,
got little ones, just be aware at about 11 o'clock they're going to shoot that off.
Yeah, they need nothing. Let you fire 155, I'll see you loud.
Yeah, me too.
Really cool. So head on down
Hey,
there.
you-
Find it on the wall. So go down there.
Yeah, so did I. M19 or 8.
Yep. We're going to shoot off the cannon.
I was an artilleryman myself. So. Yeah. Pennsylvania National Guard.
Or something like that. Off to my left.
Never mind. Wrong one. Boom. Oh, seen the smoke of it. I missed it too. But I've seen it before. They might fire again. Oh, it's a 6 or 8 pounder. Actually would have been more revolutionary. George Washington's time.
All right, who wants to hear that again? Yeah.
Hoo-ha!
Come on, who wants to hear that again?
Hoo-ha!
Make ready. Give. Fire.
Wow, that caught me by surprise.
Jason, all right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to come over, ask. Glad and happy to talk to anybody.
Wow.
Okay.
It's just like a camp. You can cook over the fire. I took my anything. There's a teapot.
They're wearing tri-horns. The hats. Oh, he's wearing a tri-horn.
Showing how they would have cooked back then.
Yep, that's how they would have cooked back then.
Hello, everyone.
Hello?
I'm part of the 12th Battalion. That was a Lancaster and now York-based militia during the Revolutionary War. You can follow us there, following the big QR code. We do a lot of battle reenactments. We were up at the Bunker Hill this year, Massachusetts, for the 250th. Huge event, a lot of fun, really hard. But we'll be at Washington's Crossing, Trenton, probably Princeton, maybe Monmouth.
I want to go to
A
those.
handful of others. I have some of the things here that we typically would take and that they would also take as well. So this is a smoothbore musket. That is what most soldiers in the Revolutionary War would have. They would not have rifles. So the big difference there, if you're not familiar, is smoothbore. Obviously, there's no rifling. It's smooth, whereas a rifle has rifling, the groove in the barrel, which puts a twist on the bullet and spin and makes it a lot faster and accurate. So this is a French 1728 musket. This would have been one that was very popular, or very common, to say, during the Revolutionary War. That is due to A lot of these were used in the French Indian War, 2 decades or 20, 30 years prior to the Revolutionary War, and so a lot of them would have stayed with people living in the colonies and then later used in the Revolutionary War. This is a 69 caliber, so it's a quite large bore. It's a pretty big bullet coming at you with like 100 grains of powder behind it. This one weighs about 10 pounds, so it's not super light. But a lot of soldiers would have had this, or maybe like a Charleville or something like that. Now this is a rifle. You can see it's definitely slimmer. This is about 6 pounds, so significantly lighter. And again, it has rifling. It's a smaller bore. This is a 50 cal. So still a pretty big bullet compared to modern bullets, but smaller than the 69 caliber. A lot of soldiers would not have had rifles. There was use of them by riflemen in the Continental Army. He's wearing a rifleman's coat, also known as a hunting shirt, which is a linen shirt. So that shirt became synonymous with the rifle because they were issued to the same soldiers. And these rifles were, while limited, very, very important because, as you can see, there's actually a front sight post and a rear sight post, whereas the musket does not have either. The musket is used in volley fire. You're using large barrages to just get led down range in a big group so that you're effective. And about within 50 yards too, not much farther than that. Whereas this can be single fired, as in like individual shots, not in volley fire, and they can be accurate for like 200 yards. And so basically that changed the game because the officers, they would be behind the soldiers, they'd be safe, there's no concern of them getting hit, and then now they're not safe anymore. We started picking off officers to break the chain of commands, cause confusion and things like that. And the British did not care for that. That wasn't gentlemanly, that wasn't good conduct, it wasn't good warfare. But we didn't care because it was effective. So they started to get really scared when they see riflemen on the field. There was, I think, a British general who was quoted as saying of the wicked twisted rifle, the twisted guns that the soldiers would use. So they became very famous for that. But it's very limited quantities. So during the war, especially towards the middle and the end, when it was really hard to get constant supply for the soldiers and outfit everyone with coats and jackets and things, Washington, he was like, okay, it's really hard to make all the wool jackets, the continental kind of classic blue and red and all that. He was like, let's just start making more rifleman shirt out of linen, and we'll just, it's a lot easier, it's quicker, it's cheaper, and it has the added benefit of making the British think there are more riflemen on the field than there were. So they would be scared thinking that they had a more effective force than we did. Something else that was really big for the Continental Army and why we were effective. If you look at a lot of battles, we lose all the time. It's like every time we go to battle, we're pretty much going to lose. Not every time, but a lot. And in warfare prior to this, you kind of had two main objectives. It was, inflict damages, maybe 10-15% of their force, and then they're just going to surrender because they're just going to keep taking losses at that point, and it's about, preserving lives and just being like, hey, we lost, okay, you won, we surrender, take our guns. The other really big effective thing, how you want a war, is you take a capital. Take the capital, great, the country surrenders, you win. Philadelphia was our capital. They took that. We didn't care. We just moved to Philadelphia to Lancaster for a day and then further to York. We were like, every time we started losing a battle, we would just leave and try again another day. And again, that was poor combat from the British standpoint. But it kept us going, kept us alive. Like, how do we keep going forward when we continuously take losses? Bunker Hill was one of the second major engagements of the Revolutionary War after Lexington and Concord. And it was the first time that it proved that this ragtag group of non-professional soldiers, civilians, could hold themselves against the British Army, which is the premier army in the world. No one could stand against them. While we lost Bunker Hill, we inflicted heavy casualties on them and showed that we could be an effective force that wouldn't break as soon as we took some losses. So that was a really big, it was early, but it was still important, and that, garnered more support and more morale in the army. That was really big. That was like a legendary event at the time that we could stand against the British, even though we did lose Boston. But we took it back, so it's okay. I have some other things I have here that would be common. Cartridge box. So we'd have there's no bullets in these for when we do reenactment, we're just putting powder down. So there'd be a ball here, it'd be a little taller. But this is a paper cartridge, would be very common. It would not be uncommon for them to go in a battle with 5 to 10 bullets at most. It really didn't have a lot of ammo. That's why conserving your fire and being effective with your volleys is very important. If you're familiar with the effort of Cloister here locally, that Anabaptist religious organization back then, they were one of the few places that had a printing press outside of Philadelphia during the early war. And because of that, they had a lot of paper, because they were printing the Martyrs' Mirrors, which was a Mennonite Anabaptist publication religious text. So they had a lot of that, and they would bind it into books when someone bought one. So they held this loose printed paper there. And Washington needed paper for cartridges. Paper is pretty hard to come by. So he sent one of his generals to acquire that paper. And they did. They took that paper, which was a huge affront to the Mennonites and the Anabaptists in the area, because we are now using religious text for war and for killing. So that was actually a really big deal, and it is very understandable from their perspective of why they were not okay with that. And Effort of Cloister actually still has an original cartridge with that paper, which is really, really cool to see. I saw it not too long ago. Something else I have here, that's a Yule pack, which is a very simple backpack. These came in like mid-war, so most of the soldiers would have, this is pretty much all they would have in terms of carrying their own stuff. They might potentially have a market wallet. This is a market wallet, just a simple opening in the center. You can just throw it over your shoulder. If you have a horse, throw it back your horse. This would be in civilian use as well. This is a very simple backpack. It actually predates 18th century too. Simple tin pot. The military leaders, they wanted their soldiers making soups, nothing else. Because it can stretch what your limited supplies further, it can feed more people, it warms you, it fills you up. They did not want them roasting things or frying things, because you're losing calories. When you lose those oils and those fats and whatnot, you're losing calories, you're losing that energy. So they wanted, and it was also simpler to outfit. You know, it's a lot easier just to make a pot and go, here you go, which that was still difficult for them to also supply. Sometimes they just didn't have them, and they had to buy their own or something like that. So that would maybe feed 6 to 8 men, which would all be the same men that would sleep in a single tent together, a wedge tent. So all of the stuff here I pretty much have is something they would not have. If you look over there, he has an officer's brazier. It's where heat cooking it. You see a lot of people using at these kind of events because they're very convenient. So officers would have those, and they fold up, and that would go on a wagon or something. But again, that would be very limited to the officers, and they would be buying that themselves. Officers needed to have money. They had to buy all their own stuff. And so you basically had to have the monetary funds to be an officer in a way, and have that like coming from that right standing. And that's part of the reason why like a lot of the loyalists, which are often called Tories in American colonies, they thought the Americans had no chance fighting the British, because again, it's a premier army that's massive, and it has professional generals who are very experienced. Like Cornwall, he was raised from a child to be a military general. So his entire life and education is military. Meanwhile, our commanding general is a son of a Virginia tobacco farmer. He was not, you know, he has experience in war, but he was not, you know, educated and made for that. But obviously, you know, it was effective. We got there in the end, so. But yeah, please follow us on Facebook. That's the large QR code for the 12th Battalion. And then the other paper there with a smaller QR code, that is for my friend's educational platform. He does Coffee with a Colonial. So he talks about how coffee versus tea is a very important drink in the colonies. Patriots drank coffee, loyal Tories drank tea. I'm drinking tea currently. I love good tea. But that was very, very important. That had a huge effect. I'm sure you're familiar with the Boston Tea Party. You know, that was a really pivotal thing we all know about, dumping the tea. I mean, that was, I don't know how much value that was at, but that was a huge affront to the British that we dumped that. And there's plenty of writings. Nicholas Cresswell was a loyalist who was born in England and came over in '74 before the war started. And he stayed loyal. Eventually went back to England at the end of the war. But he would constantly write about going to places and then not having tea and how upset he was about that. How they only had coffee, that was a big deal. So yeah, we have some things for sale if you're interested. Some more market wallets and a few other items. So if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Talk about food or tea or coffee or clothing. Whatever. I do a lot of hand sewing. I make all my own clothing. So sewing is a very important skill for the 18th century.
If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I'm going to carry this thing all day long. But if you want a distance,
Okay.
then you have this. This will shoot like 400 yards. Only disadvantage is you have to pour your powder out of a horn as we carry the powder in a powder horn.
How was that handled?
Comes in.
It met with proper disciplinary
Push that in there with your thumb.
Trying to see what the flag says.
Now, like I said, this will go effective maybe 100. I mean, it'll shoot a lot further, but at effective range, if you hit something at over 100 yards, you're pretty good. But
He looks continental, actually. He's continental.
But you get charged with a bunch of guys with bayonets.
American. British would have wore all red. Red and white.
See the rifling? You got a problem. You fire this, and have it like technical.
Oh, they got bow.
I will certainly.
Well, you can tell you what, if you balance this on the floor,
Do you have any questions?
carry this on I've done it.
I didn't know about. No, I didn't know about that.
There it is. Trying to get what the flag says. Hopefully I can snap a picture of it.
More up close and personal in those days.
Oh, come on.
Guys
Blow
in
again.
lines, you know, fighting each other. That only ended
Fourth.
in World War I with machine guns. They decided.
Transios. Sud
I couldn't believe they did it.
penetro.
They did. Because the Civil War did the same
Not
thing.
sure what it means in
They had
Latin.
more advanced weapons.
What?
It's the words underneath it. That's Latin.
Something in Latin?
Yeah.
They were trained.
And they just did it.
They did it. Yeah. The real bad part was the medicine back then.
Yeah.
If you got hit, this is a 75 caliber musket. It didn't get 3/4 inch ball.
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to do something.
Hitting the leg, you're just.
Well, you're probably going to lose a leg.
Yeah.
And then maybe you live, maybe you won't.
Yeah.
They didn't know anything about germs.
Gangrene
So when
and
they
all that.
operated, they just picked up their bloody knife and went to the next person. You know.
You're biting the bullet. Yeah. Dump a little whiskey on
That or a
it.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't like to use whiskey because that open your blood vessels. And
Oh, is that right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a misconception.
Okay.
I'm sure
That's
somebody's
interesting.
done it, you know, but they
Or
did have
drink the
more of them.
whiskey to make you feel
Yeah,
better.
well, that's what I mean, though. If you empty a bottle of whiskey, you're going to bleed more than if you
Oh, okay. Get
And
that.
the funny part about amputations is you get the guy so drunk he passes out. As soon as you start sawing that bone, he's awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it was horrible. But if these bullets hit something solid, like, well, this rifle's a 54. I shoot a 520 ball out of it. Okay, that'll open up to a quarter size thing, and that'll take.
I'll do some damage.
When it comes out, it's the size of a quarter. Okay, if it hits a bone or something hard, it really, and it doesn't lose much weight. Lead, this is just a pure lead ball. It doesn't lose much weight, so it's going to punch through and expand.
Not fun. Don't want to be on that end.
Well, then, like I said, then you go to the doctor.
You mean to hack something in?
Yeah, if you have a big hole in you, well, you know what? It's kind of gross, but you got wounded in the abdomen. They pretty much root it off. But if
you were laying in the field and you got maggots,
Behind me is our Pathways hybrid
really?
learning tool.
They ate the dead. They don't eat live. They eat dead flesh. And those guys will make it, believe it or not, some of them.
To be apropos with that,
I mean, can you imagine looking down? No. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing some of the stuff you
feel
read.
inclined to help continue this process, this awesome
Things that you don't even take in that camp.
You'll see some donation receptacles around the grounds. Please feel free to
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thanks.
What does the Latin saying on the flag mean?
Hold on, I want to hear this. I'll catch it.
This,
If you come up front here,
transio subpenitro, over, under, or through.
True. Thought so. I forgot who has that motto now. Which of
If anybody has it now.
I think the engineers.
this morning, feel free to do that. But please, it is fantastic.
That was cool. Over, under, or through. Soup, yeah. Should have figured that out. Oh, cool. Shooter longbow. Oh, running deer.
Exactly.
Oh, $1 shot.
Chance to win a $50 gift card though.
6 shots for $5.
$1 per shot. 6 shots for
$5. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Whoa.
The stationary target is no charge, but the running deer target.
Oh, I see. There's a running deer.
The stationary one is where is
No charge, okay.
But if you want the
running deer,
the
yeah.
running deer, the one that's up there, then it costs more. Because it's hard to move them. It's harder to
You shoot a moving target.
than it is a stationary one.
Well, usually the secret is you shoot a little bit in front of it, so that by the time the arrow gets down there, it'll hit the target.
Yes and no.
It's like hunting.
Yes.
I mean, real. Cooper's gun. So as she read, you can try this out for free, but if you want to do the actual moving target,
You have to pay like
you paid $5 for 6 shots and you've entered into a drawing for a $50 gift card for what? Oh, for them. Yeah, for their store, I guess, over up in Narbonne.
Man, when it comes to like archery and stuff, we should definitely go back to the Lancaster archery place to try and do that again. That was
Not much different.
I know, but it's been a while since I've learned how to do
Yeah, a
archery.
few years now.
It's been a few years since I learned how to do archery. But shooting longbows harder than it is.
Oh, he's shooting the
short-
moving target, okay.
Oh, they move it.
Yeah, he lets the rope go. You got 6. Oh, I don't know how many more shots. Nope, too late.
Too late.
Too late and too high.
Too hard. But like you said, the easiest way is to shoot before it's about to come right about now.
Oh, a little bit. Little bit off.
You would have hit it in the leg if you would have hit. You wouldn't hit it in the heart or head.
He has it tied off right there.
If you want to actually hunt learn how to hunt, you have to learn how to hit it right when it's hardest. So.
A little bit more, pull it back.
I'm not. I'm in fear.
You'll be able to get it.
Gotta just pull more.
You gotta try to, don't put it like right here, the arrow. So look at me quick. So instead of putting your hand here, go all the way back here behind your
cheek.
Yep. You want to try also with your hand up here. You want the arrow to stay up here. You don't want to put your finger around it. You want to put your hand right against the arrow. So bring your hand like this. Hold your hand. For a second. You just want it to sit on your hand like that. You don't want to grab the arrow. You just want it to sit on top of your hand. Yep, just like that. But you got to turn it a little bit too, like this. Keep pulling. Move up a little bit.
Yeah, like 10 tries.
Oh, that was
So there's my young adult trying to do it. Yeah, we went to Lancaster Archery like 2 or 3 years ago. There's a couple of sessions there, but haven't been back since.
She's like, oh.
Show you one more thing quick. You see?
Step back.
Yeah.
Start with your arm out. You want your arm fully extended. You don't want to wrap your finger around it because then you're going to restrict the flight of the arrow. So you want to just let it sit on your finger. Get it down there. Try to bring the notch back here. You want to finish back here, right near your cheek. You're gonna hit it. I believe in you. Make it work. Oh, right there.
thought you moved it away from you.
They kept blowing it.
Come on, let's go. Try, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sure it's easier. It's a little bit less stressful.
Yes, because it actually has the guide to help me. So.
Oh yeah.
You almost you had to lay it in and actually it stuck but wasn't.
Oh, good job,
Yeah, I like to try one.
This is the tomahawk throwing. Some it's axe throwing.
Not throwing it hard.
I give you credit. I don't know if any of these want to throw it back here. Want to try it?
Oh yeah.
I want to try it.
Back up against the block and then take 5, 6 little steps out through. Just like you're walking every day.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the tools to make lead bullets. Similar to they would have had in the Civil War. And he's got some of the pellets right over there. So he's melting, in the middle of melting some lead to make some balls. 3-ring. Or is it 2-ring? 2-ring.
My granddad's got stolen. Yeah, that is stolen just like granddad's got stolen.
Oh, that's a shame.
About 30.
Not hard enough yet.
What's that?
Not hard enough yet.
Ah.
Not for lead. There you go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are these actual like lead?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll come back. Two and a saw.
Oh, okay.
That's how they would have done it back then.
You want to swap next time around? We can do this one.
Where are we going next, Kevin?
Full court, yeah. And they want to look at this bunch of solid, so.
Let me come back after you eat your sandwich.
If you want to come on the inside over here, you can.
So we've seen this
You're welcome in here. Hey, oh, I'm sorry. My own little
at the last place I was at for Harvest Day, Lancaster Valley Farming Museum. They were doing the same demonstration. Not sure it was the same people, but.
Now there is, not just there's 2 oranges. There's 2 oranges, 2 blues, and 2 whites. So you can do white.
Wow, there you go. And they get to keep it.
Ooh, I want to make one.
Food for the little kids.
I know, but
Unfortunately, it's not.
Yes.
I don't think it's too much for the adults.
They want us to
So how was it?
Baby, I can get my leg over.
Would you like to go by yourself? No. You want Daddy to walk next to you? Okay, I can hold your hand.
No, I don't want you to say the boy say.
You guys wanted to pick what you wanted, and if that's so now I can walk back. Maybe you can come back later, okay? Come on. You have to go back and baby gently because I'm done fighting you.
Yeah, you can I walk next to him?
Yeah. I'll move behind. Sorry, yeah. You can't say it, you're not smiling.
Hold on to the controls.
I'm sorry, if you're feeling sweaty, you want to get down She wants to go to the lines all the way down the hill.
Yep.
Which is always the best.
So as you can see, there's the industrial stuff. I know one of these is, I think it's right over there. They're making ice cream. I think it's for sale though, but you can get some of that too.
Yeah.
But there's all this farm machinery. As you can see, there's
Antique tractors. gotta wait until you do the thing.
Yep.
And nobody else wants.
But it's a beautiful day today. Thankfully, we got a beautiful day for this. When I came here 2 years ago, we did. We also did get a beautiful day as well. And it's, you can see, a very well attended. It's grown. So the ice cream is $3. So just in case. So you see, the ice cream is $3. So you can get one container each or whatever. That way I can break money and give them money for the horse ride.